Your car starts hesitating during acceleration. The idle feels rough. Your fuel economy has dropped from 28 miles per gallon down to 24. You take it to the shop, and the mechanic quotes you $200 to $300 for a professional fuel injector cleaning service. Here's what they don't tell you. There's a method used by mechanics in Japan and popularized in North America that can clean your fuel injectors for under $15, right in your driveway without removing a single component from your engine. After 25 years of working on engines, I've seen this method work hundreds of times, but I've also seen people do it wrong and waste their money. Today, I'm showing you exactly how to clean your fuel injectors using the fuel tank method, what results you can realistically expect, and most importantly, when this method works and when it doesn't. Let's clear up the confusion and get your injectors clean. Before we dive into the how-to, let's understand what we're actually dealing with. Fuel injectors are precision components responsible for delivering a precisely timed and atomized spray of fuel directly into your engine's intake manifold or combustion chamber. Over thousands of miles, the constant flow of gasoline and exposure to heat leads to the gradual accumulation of varnish, carbon, and other stubborn deposits. These deposits clog the tiny spray nozzles and affect the injector's spray pattern. When injectors get dirty, you'll notice irregular or fluctuating idle speed, hesitation during acceleration, reduced fuel economy, rough idle or engine vibration, hard starting especially when the engine is warm, and sometimes check engine light with codes related to fuel trim or misfires. The critical thing to understand is this: fuel injector cleaning additives work chemically, not mechanically. They dissolve deposits through solvency. They don't physically scrub passages like a mechanical tool. This means they work best for prevention and moderate buildup, not severely clogged injectors. Here's the honest truth most YouTube videos won't tell you. A completely blocked injector typically requires physical disassembly, ultrasonic cleaning, or replacement. Chemical cleaners are for prevention and restoration of functioning but fouled injectors. With that realistic expectation set, let's get into the method that actually works. The Japanese method I'm about to show you involves using a concentrated fuel system cleaner added directly to your fuel tank. This isn't some secret formula, it's basic chemistry applied correctly. The method works because when you add a high concentration of cleaner to a low amount of fuel, you're maximizing the cleaning solution strength as it passes through your fuel system. The cleaner dissolves deposits chemically as you drive. Here's what you'll need: 1 bottle of concentrated fuel injector cleaner. The most popular brands are Seafoam Motor Treatment, Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus, or Liqui Moly Fuel Injection Cleaner. These typically cost $10 to $15 per bottle. Important note: not all fuel additives are created equal. The 2 most effective fuel injector cleaning chemicals are polyisobutylamine, called PBA, and polyethyramine, called PEA. Products like Chevron Techron contain these proven detergent chemicals. Seafoam uses petroleum-based solvents including naphtha and pale oil, which work differently but can still be effective for moderate deposits. Here's the step-by-step procedure. Step 1. Wait until your fuel tank is low, about 1/4 tank or less. This is critical. If you add cleaner to a full tank, you're diluting it too much and reducing its effectiveness. The goal is maximum concentration. Step 2. Add the entire bottle of fuel system cleaner to your tank. 1 bottle of Seafoam Motor Treatment, which is 16 ounces, or 1 bottle of Techron Concentrate Plus treats up to 20 to 25 gallons. But we're not treating a full tank, we're treating a low tank for maximum cleaning power. Step 3. Add 2 to 4 gallons of fresh gasoline. This gives you enough fuel to drive on while maintaining a high concentration of cleaner. Some mechanics recommend adding 1 ounce of cleaner per gallon of fuel for intensive cleaning. That's significantly stronger than the maintenance dose. Step 4. Drive the vehicle normally for at least 10 to 20 miles before refueling. This continuous cleaning action works as you drive, dissolving deposits throughout the entire system: fuel tank, fuel pump, fuel lines, fuel filter, fuel injectors, and even intake valves on port-injected engines. Step 5. Continue driving until you've used at least half the tank of treated fuel. The longer the cleaner stays in contact with deposits, the more effective it becomes. This allows sufficient cleaning time. Some people drive until almost empty before refueling for maximum effect. Step 6. Refuel normally and continue driving. You may notice gradual improvement over the next 50 to 100 miles as dissolved deposits are burned away. What results can you realistically expect? For engines with mild to moderate deposit buildup, you'll typically notice restored engine responsiveness and power. This is often the most immediately noticeable improvement. Removing injector deposits restores the fine atomization of fuel, while cleaning intake valves and combustion chambers helps restore proper airflow and combustion efficiency. Improved fuel economy. Users report fuel economy improvements of 1 to 3 miles per gallon after treatment, especially if deposits were affecting spray patterns significantly. Smoother idle. Cleaning the entire fuel path often resolves rough idle conditions caused by inconsistent fuel delivery or clogged injectors, creating uneven cylinder-to-cylinder fueling. Reduced emissions. Better atomization and more complete combustion mean lower hydrocarbon and carbon monoxide output, which can help vehicles pass emissions testing. One forum user reported, "After several days of running through most of a tank with seafoam added, I was very surprised at the difference. Much better throttle response, and the engine handles a load increase so much better." Another user stated, "I added seafoam to a low tank, and after driving on that treated fuel, my fuel economy went from 7.0 to 7.1 liters per 100 kilometers down to 6.8. That's about a 4% improvement." Now let's talk about when this method does not work, because this is just as important. This method will not fix severely clogged or mechanically stuck injectors. If deposits have hardened into thick varnish or carbon that's been baked on for years, chemical cleaners may not dissolve them effectively. These cases require professional ultrasonic cleaning or replacement. It won't fix gasoline direct injection intake valve deposits effectively. In GDI engines, fuel never washes over the intake valves because it's sprayed directly into the combustion chamber. Tank additives can't reach these valves. You need a different method for GDI intake valve cleaning. It won't repair mechanical injector failures. If an injector coil has failed, the pintle is physically stuck, or internal components are damaged, no amount of cleaner will fix it. It won't solve problems caused by other issues. If your rough idle or poor performance is caused by vacuum leaks, bad spark plugs, failing oxygen sensors, or other non-fuel system problems, cleaning injectors won't help. If you've tried this method and seen zero improvement after using an entire tank of treated fuel, that's a strong indicator that your problem isn't dirty injectors. At that point, you need proper diagnosis with a scan tool to identify the real issue. Let me address the controversial intake manifold method briefly, because you've probably seen videos showing people pouring cleaner directly into a vacuum line while the engine runs. This method introduces liquid cleaner directly into the intake manifold via vacuum suction. It does clean intake valves and combustion chambers effectively on port-injected engines. However, it bypasses the fuel injectors entirely. The cleaner enters after the injectors, so it doesn't directly clean injector nozzles. More importantly, this method carries real risks. If you pour cleaner in too fast, it can pool in the intake manifold, get sucked into cylinders as liquid, and cause hydrolock. That means liquid in the combustion chamber preventing the piston from compressing, which can bend connecting rods and destroy your engine. The smoke show you see in videos is dramatic, but it's not proof of effective injector cleaning. It's the cleaner burning in the combustion chambers and catalytic converter. For fuel injector cleaning specifically, the tank method is safer, easier, and more effective. Save the intake method for cleaning intake valves on port-injected engines, and only if you're comfortable with the procedure and risks. Let's compare this method to professional cleaning to give you perspective. Professional fuel injection service costs $100 to $200 plus labor. Mechanics disconnect the vehicle's fuel supply and hook the fuel rail directly to a pressurized cleaning machine running a potent solvent. This method delivers a powerful, direct clean to the injectors only and bypasses the rest of the fuel system. It's effective for severely clogged injectors but expensive. The downside? It misses vital areas like intake valves, combustion chambers, fuel tanks, and lines. It also doesn't provide preventative effects over time. Ultrasonic cleaning costs $150 to $300 and requires removing injectors. This is the most thorough method. Each injector is tested, cleaned in an ultrasonic bath, and flow tested afterward. This is necessary for severely clogged injectors that chemical cleaners can't dissolve. The tank additive method costs $10 to $15 and takes 10 minutes of your time. It's perfect for preventative maintenance and treating mild to moderate deposits before they become severe. The smart approach? Use the tank method every 3,000 to 5,000 miles as preventative maintenance. This keeps deposits from building up in the first place, potentially eliminating the need for expensive professional service. Here are some pro tips for maximum effectiveness. Use top-tier gasoline regularly. Top-tier fuel contains significantly more detergent additives than the EPA minimum requirement. Major automakers acknowledge that fuels meeting the top-tier detergent standard provide significantly better deposit control. Using top-tier fuel regularly can slow deposit accumulation by up to 50%. For gasoline direct injection engines, use cleaners in the fuel tank every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. This is proven to significantly slow down the accumulation rate of intake valve deposits, greatly extending the time between needed professional cleaning procedures. Don't let treated fuel sit for prolonged periods. The cleaner works most effectively during active engine operation and fuel circulation as you drive. Using the entire tank within a week or two is preferable. For maintenance, use the manufacturer's recommended dose. For intensive cleaning, use the high concentration method I showed you, but don't exceed 4 ounces of cleaner per gallon of fuel. Combine this with other good fuel system practices. Replace your fuel filter on schedule, keep your air filter clean, and address check engine lights promptly. Let's recap what we've covered. The Japanese method for cleaning fuel injectors without removal involves adding concentrated fuel system cleaner to a low fuel tank, creating a high-strength cleaning solution that dissolves deposits as you drive. What you need: 1 bottle of quality fuel injector cleaner, $10 to $15, a quarter tank of fuel or less, 2 to 4 gallons of fresh gasoline, 10 to 20 miles of driving. Realistic results: improved throttle response, better fuel economy by 1 to 3 miles per gallon for engines with deposits, smoother idle, and reduced emissions. Results appear gradually over 50 to 100 miles. When it works: mild to moderate deposit buildup, preventative maintenance, restoring performance that's gradually declined, passing emissions tests. When it doesn't work: severely clogged injectors, mechanical failures, GDI intake valve deposits, problems caused by other systems. Cost comparison: tank method costs $10 to $15. Professional cleaning costs $100 to $200. Ultrasonic cleaning costs $150 to $300. The bottom line: this method is legitimate, affordable, and effective when used correctly for the right situations. It's not magic and it won't fix everything, but for preventative maintenance and treating moderate deposits, it works. Now that you know how to clean your fuel injectors the Japanese way, what about other fuel system components that affect performance? Next week, I'm revealing the 5 hidden sensors that are killing your gas mileage and exactly how to clean them. Some take 10 minutes, others need replacement, and I'll tell you which is which. If this method saves you $200 on a shop visit, hit that subscribe button. We post money-saving car care content every week. Drop a comment telling me if you've tried this method before and what results you got. And if you're about to try it, let me know what symptoms you're experiencing. I'll tell you if this method is right for your situation. Thanks for watching, and remember, prevention is always cheaper than cure. Clean those injectors before they need professional service.